Look closely at your average day, and you'll likely notice a pattern. Most of us spend an enormous amount of energy trying to force our careers, relationships, and schedules to conform to rigid, predetermined plans. We operate under a persistent assumption: if we just push harder, sacrifice a little more sleep, and exert maximum effort, we can eventually bend reality to our will. Over 2,000 years ago, the ancient Chinese philosopher Zhuangzi observed this exact same human tendency. As a leading voice of Daoism, he proposed a radically different approach to existence. He believed the universe operates on an effortless, natural rhythm known as the Tao, or the Way. Zhuangzi viewed our chronic exhaustion as the inevitable friction that occurs when we collide with this natural flow of events. To survive the friction of modern life, we have to unlearn our absolute obsession with control. We have to embrace a set of paradoxes, anti-rules where doing the exact opposite of the modern hustle yields genuine peace. Zhuangzi tells the story of a frog who lived at the bottom of a well. He had mud, water, and a perfect patch of sky. He thought his life was incredible, right up until a sea turtle appeared and described the vast, unending ocean. Suddenly, the frog felt embarrassed by his tiny well. His environment gave him everything he actually needed. His mistake was using the turtle's ocean to measure his own life. We fall into a similar trap today with the constant societal pressure to prove our usefulness. Zhuangzi illustrates the danger of this demand with a story about an ancient, massive oak tree. This enormous oak survived in a vast field for thousands of years, entirely untouched by axes. It lived that long precisely because passing carpenters looked at its gnarly wood and deemed it useless garbage timber. In contrast, fruit trees are exploited for their yield, picked over and eventually cut down once their production slows. Their utility to others is what leads to their destruction. We see this in modern task loading. Often, the reward for being the most efficient employee is simply being burdened with the work of 3 people, while the useless colleague is left in peace to grow on their own terms. To survive, you need to cultivate a useless zone, a space where you produce absolutely nothing for the market. You might play an instrument poorly, or research an obscure topic with 0 career payoff. True value doesn't come from optimizing every waking hour to meet society's metrics of utility. By making yourself useless to the demands of status, you make a powerful statement: your time belongs entirely to you. Zhuangzi called the practice of living according to your true nature Ziran. A fish finds joy simply by swimming. We end up like fish trying to climb trees, wondering why we are so exhausted. This brings us to Wu Wei, the practice of non-forced action. Many people structure their lives by writing external wins, chasing a high-paying job or social status. If your peace of mind requires your external conditions to stay exactly as they are, you aren't actually free. This illustrates Wu Wei. When a river hits a massive boulder, it never attempts to smash the stone. It effortlessly maps the path of least resistance. When a plan fails, do not force reality. Flow effortlessly into the newly opened gap. True power doesn't come from stubbornly breaking through obstacles. It comes from maintaining total, frictionless fluidity when circumstances inevitably change. Happiness equals what you have, divided by what you want. Hustle culture traps us in increasing that top number, but desires grow faster. Shu Yu inverted this: shrink the denominator. A bird only needs a single branch. Your contentment instantly increases. This kind of detachment applies even to profound loss. When Zhuangzi's wife passed away, his friends found him beating a drum and singing instead of weeping. He realized that reality is just a constant transformation of forms, moving naturally, much like winter follows autumn. True detachment means treating life like a guest at a brilliant dinner party. You engage fully, completely present to enjoy the food and the company, but you lack the destructive urge to cling when the evening ends and it's time to head home. The deepest root of our modern exhaustion is how seriously we take ourselves. We spend countless hours polishing our reputations and nursing our bruised egos, treating our self as the heavy, permanent center of the universe. Zhuangzi famously dreamed he was a fluttering butterfly, entirely unaware he was a man. Upon waking, he was left with a lingering question. Was I a man dreaming I was a butterfly, or am I now a butterfly dreaming I am a man? Zhuangzi suggests that our identity is fluid. The person you are polishing today is a temporary role you've stepped into for a season. The next time you fail at a project or do something deeply embarrassing, abandon the desperate urge to fix your dignity. Step outside your ego, laugh at the absurdity of the situation, and remember you're just experiencing a temporary condition. True freedom is lightness. By dropping the crushing illusion of your own importance, you finally gain the ability to effortlessly float through the changing currents of life. What do you think about Zhuangzi's approach to living? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you found these paradoxes helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more philosophical wisdom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.